Hi guys, it's Ella. So this is the second review that I'm filming right now because I figured all my stuff was all set up and I'm doing it anyway, so why not? Okay, so right now I'm going to be reviewing The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. And this is the first book in the Darkest Minds trilogy. This is a dystopian post-apocalyptic about kids who, after a plague runs through the community of young kids, young, I'm talking between the age of like 10 and up, they either die or they develop special powers. Now, the government basically puts them into groups depending on what power they have, and they, you know, have different colors. So this book is about Ruby, and she is an orange, and that is the most dangerous one she could be because she basically can manipulate someone's mind. She basically makes somebody believe that she is a green, which is like super smart people. Now, I read this book, I want to say almost a week ago, and I really liked it. The characters were really well developed, and while you are dropped right into the middle of the story without having any background, Alexandra Bracken does a really good job of explaining it and just going through everything that you may need to know at her own pace. If you read Divergent, it's kind of like that because all of the factions aren't just laid out for you to understand. They're slowly introduced and explained that way. And this is written very similarly. Now, Ruby manages to get out of the camp that all of the kids are being held in. Basically, it's kind of like a concentration camp, and run away from the people that broke her out. And she meets some other kids. She meets Liam, Chubbs, and Suzume, call her Zoo, and basically they travel to find Skip Kid, who is somebody that has been helping a lot of these runaway kids. A lot of this book is kind of road trippy almost, but there's many adventures and many things like that on the way in between where they all meet up and when they actually get to the Skip Kid. And I do have to say, I really like this book. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I know some people have been saying that the colors aren't very well explained until the very end of the book, and I didn't find that to be the case. I didn't find it to be super confusing, although I mean you do have to pay attention just like to any other book, but it definitely was enjoyable. Alexandra Bracken's writing it's not poetic. It's not beautiful, it's not poetic. It's very straight to the point, but I feel that it does such a better job that way than if it was poetic, just because of what these kids are going through and have gone through. I think trying to make it poetic would just be a detriment to the story, so I really appreciated that. Also, there is a romance in this book, but it very much takes a backseat to the action, and it's not insta-love like we see in so many young adult books. And really, I was impressed. Ruby and Liam, my new OTP, I ship them so hard, it's not even funny. Chubbs, on the other hand, Chubbs kind of got on my nerves. I can't help it. Just because he was so negative all the time, and while I understand why he was negative and kind of bitter all the time, tone it down, Chubbs, alright? We get it. We get it. We get it. I also thought that it was very interesting that Alexandra Bracken managed to make Suzume such a lovable character. Suzume didn't even have one line in the entire book. For one reason or another, she can't speak, so the author still manage to make her such a lovable character and just make us all feel for her and want to protect her and just hug her and just have her be our little sister. One more quick thing though. The ending. Heartbreaking. Just so heartbreaking. I don't even want to talk about it. So many feels. So many feels. I don't even know where the series could go after that, just because, I mean, if you've read this book, you know what I'm talking about. Where do you go after that? I mean, how? is all I have to say. Complete like bomb out of the sky. Didn't see it coming at all. I don't even know. That's pretty much all I had about this book. It's great. I completely fangirled. I laughed. I cried. I held my breath. I love this book. The second book in the series is out. That is Never Fade. And then the third book in the series, the title just came out. And that is going to be In the Afterlight. The 3 titles make a sentence. So it's The Darkest Minds, Never Fade, In the Afterlight. So I hope this review was helpful. I hope you pick up this book. It's so great. It's so interesting. And I can't wait to see what happens to these characters and where they go. If you've read this book, definitely let me know what you think. If you haven't, I hope you do, because it really is quite great. And the trilogy isn't over, so it's not too late to jump on board with the fangirl wagon. That's pretty much all I had. Again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you know where all that stuff goes. If you haven't read it, definitely pick it up. 5 out of 5 stars. I cannot wait to pick up the next one. So that's all I had for you today, and I hope you have a great night. Bye!